Hey guys, welcome to Acrisure Stadium in a very happy city of Pittsburgh as the Steelers are now 8-2 after beating the Ravens by what score, Halicke?
18-16.
18-16. Gentlemen took the over. Right here. He's Chris Halicke. He's Greg Macafee. I'm Dejan Kovacevic. We're from DK Pittsburgh Sports. And we're covering a first-place team. We're covering a team that is doing good things, that is finding ways to win games. Greg, what does that say about this team's character, and does that even matter, or do we overinflate the intangibles?
They just find ways to win, like you said. I mean, it's crucial, it's important. Each day, each game, they're staying calm, they're staying collected, and obviously it showed tonight that they're able to come through for the win.
So many big plays,
so many
defensive big plays, and like you think, and then the whatever that was that Peyton Wilson did.
Oh, I don't even know. I can't even. There was no way to describe it. Deshaun Elliott was just like, that's one hell of a rookie. like it's just like he had almost no word. I couldn't find anybody that could put really a coherent sentence together when it came to describing what Peyton Wilson did.
Patrick Queen called it an all-pro play.
Oh, well, there you go.
All-pro play is pretty good for a guy who just kind of semi-lost his job the previous week to a Landon Roberts to go out there and put something like that together. The defense just kept making plays. And let's remind everybody here that the Ravens came here number bleeping one in just about every offensive category without a close number two. And they got nothing. This Lamar Jackson thing is real.
It's real. I mean, it's real. I mean, I have been the biggest proponent of Lamar Jackson on this site heading into this week.
It's the only one.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he is playing at a
very high level,
very MVP caliber level, and the Steelers continued to make him look like the same way he does every time they play this team. I don't know what it is, but the Steelers have his number somehow, and I gotta the big play to me, honestly, was Nick Herbig forcing that fumble
right off the bat.
Right off the bat, setting the tone that, hey, this defense is going to play this game the way we want to play it.
And if you're gonna beat us, it's not going to be through Derrick Henry. Okay, and that was one of the things that we'd all talked about and that the players had talked about all week long is, yes, you want to contain Lamar. You need to contain Lamar. But you can't in turn let the big man go running right by you.
I think he had the one big play that was a 37-yarder or something like that. But other than that, nothing comes to mind for me of what he was able to do today. It was all those short little runs right into the line of scrimmage.
Now, as we're talking here on the rotunda at Acrisure Stadium, everybody who's watching this is saying, they kicked 6 field goals. You guys aren't talking about the 6 field goals. Well, first off, hats off to Chris Boswell because all he does is continue to prove game after game, doesn't he, that he is the premier kicker in the National Football League.
Russell Wilson called him the best kicker in the world.
Is he hyping it?
No, not at all.
No, I mean, especially when the alleged or the former best kicker in the world is out here with a couple of shanks.
It's the first time since 2022 that he's missed 2 field goals in a game. I mean, he's had his case of the yips this year, and it showed tonight.
Meanwhile, Chris Boswell, for the second time this season, has kicked 6 field goals in a game, including a 57-yarder, which here is far from a guarantee.
It's no easy task.
So
now that said, to what you want to actually hear, how did they not get in the end zone? How do you get down there so many times? How do you get within the 5? And how do you not make it happen? As far as I'm concerned, I think the one thing that ought to be brought up before we even get into denigrating the offense is that they were on the field a lot.
They ate up the clock.
36 minutes and 22 seconds as a certain someone downstairs went out of his way to remind me. Okay, we're not saying who. 36 minutes and 22 seconds of possession football. That keeps that offense of Baltimore. The more cracks you give them, as this individual shared with me, the more cracks you give them, the more dangerous they are. I mean, it's just common sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you are able to, even if it doesn't seem like it's working all the time, Najee he had a few different runs where you even get 6 or 7 yards. That's big because now it's second and short or it's third and short. Jaylen Warren was as he always is, was a perfect changeup and was able to rattle off some big runs. And
It really was.
when
Yeah.
you're able, this is what the Steelers' run game looks like. Even when it's not always pretty, they're able to control the clock, allow Baltimore to continue to hurt themselves because they also committed 12 penalties. They were already the highest penalized team, but you are able to hold on to the ball. You're able to keep Lamar Jackson on the sideline, and now he can't hurt you because, well, he's on the sideline.
Now, the problem that I had with the offense, I mean, in addition to not getting in the end zone, I'm not sitting here making excuses for it.
Yeah.
Why is Mike Williams not participating?
He's got to get on a moving train, DK. I don't
Somebody's got to say it.
Somebody's got to say it.
He just went moving train on us here. I have a hard time believing that Williams, who was out there for a handful of snaps, couldn't be told, hey, Mike, you know this thing you've been doing your entire life, like since you were about this big? Just do that. Oh, wait. You know the thing you did just last week? Do that.
Yep. I mean, we all said it when Calvin Austin dropped that go ball early on in the game. I mean, that's something that, like you said, he's been
Getting
doing.
on a moving boat here.
Right? Like you said, that's something he's been doing his whole life, and they need to trust him to go out there and do it.
I will say, though, just a precursor to next week, since it's in 4 days. I wouldn't expect Mike Williams to get a lot of snaps on Thursday. It's a quick turnaround.
Yep.
So I'll be surprised if it's the same.
I mean, Russell Wilson even came out and said, hey, we have 2 hours to celebrate this, and then it's right back on to getting ready.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time between now and Cleveland. So there it is, guys. They're 8-2. You can complain about it if you'd like. You can celebrate it if you'd like. But this is the best football that's been played, from my own perspective, in these parts for quite some time. And do not bring up 11-0 in the COVID year, because that was an extraordinarily different circumstance. It's a good football team, guys.
It's a good football team, yep.
Good football team. Offense, defense, special teams. Deshaun Elliott talked about that.
Yeah.
How even whenever it seems like one of the phases isn't really pulling their weight, the other two pick it up. And special teams picked up the offense today with Chris Boswell making 6 field goals. The defense picked up and pulled their weight and picked up everybody else by holding the number one offense to 16 points and 329 yards.
And it goes back to just finding a way to win.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's no way we have to finish this the same way the game finished, which is with a big nod to Joey Porter Jr.
Yep.
The knock on Joey coming out of State College was what?
Can't tackle.
Can't tackle. It was also that it was handsy. Okay.
Yeah.
But that he can't tackle. He's made now some big plays to finish games in his young NFL career, and that one right there might have been one of the biggest.
Yeah, Patrick Green was talking in his post-game press conference that Joey spoke up in the huddle before the 2-point conversion, and normally he's a quiet guy in the huddle and everything like that, and that gave them confidence that they were going to go out and make the stop.
Just that he said something.
Yeah, just that he spoke up in that moment.
Just imagine somebody describing a porter as being quiet. We'll see you guys. We have daily shots coming up. We have double shots coming up tomorrow, and then we have another football game in another state Thursday.